My favorite part was probably doing the blood spatter and learning about what type of weapon was probably used to produce that kind of blood splatter. We were in the room and there was like paper on the walls and on the floor, and we would take a piece of fabric, a paint stick, or a hammer, and we would dip it in the fake blood and we would splatter it against the paper, and then another group would have to come and have to figure out which weapon we used.
We got to look at different parts of the body, and that you have 206 bones inside your body. And I got to look at the skull. I got something in your leg called a femur, and some elbow bones.
Because you can figure out by the bones like how long they were dead, and like if there was trauma, you can figure out like what kind of trauma. We found our fingerprints, and then we used like objects that had fingerprints on them and dusted them off to find how many fingerprints there were and see what kind they were.
And then we took a piece of tape and put it down, and it would lift the person's fingerprints that were on there. And then we would put it on like the opposite color piece of paper so that it would show up. It was pretty cool seeing the fingerprints.
My favorite hands-on was working on the crime scene in our classrooms, and I was a photographer, so I got to take pictures and look at all the different evidence that there was in the crime scene.
Court was really, really fun. We had the prosecutors and we had the defenders, and we had to basically prove that the guy, Josh McAdams, had killed his girlfriend, Sarah.
He is not guilty and free to go.
We didn't win. They said it was a homicide, but we did not win because they couldn't link the homicide to the certain killer we were going against. I learned more about science, and it made me want to think about my career when I grow up, so I think I might be a forensic anthropologist when I grow up. For people that think science is not fun, it actually is, and if the camp is coming over again, they should really try it because it was fun.